Aloha, everybody. Jonathan Light in the house wanted to come and share some of my thoughts with you, some of my recent research and experimentation on my brain and on this thing, doing a little thing, experiment on something called your set point. Have you ever heard of a set point before? Comment below if you have and tell me what you've done with it, because what I've started to learn is that with set points, basically with your emotions, with your mind state, with your attitude, we have these certain set points that we create subconsciously. That means that it's like deep inside of our brain, and we have to figure out how to go in there and do like kind of inception like they did in that movie, and replant some ideas. So we're going to do some inception right now. And basically, the first thing that I want to talk about is a study that was done a few years ago by a doctor Dr. William Larkin, who actually studied a couple different cases of people who were paraplegics and lottery winners. And they found that 6 months after these people had won the lottery, their happiness levels went way up, and of course 6 months after these people became paraplegic, their happiness levels went way down. They got really depressed. However, 18 months after they became lottery winners and paraplegics, their levels actually came back down to where they were before, because that is something called a set point. So now set points can be either emotional, and basically in the body of work of neuroscience, it's basically you can raise your happiness set point, and you can also change and raise your emotional set point. So I want to give you a few ideas of how you can do this today. So the first one is that you want to focus on solutions instead of problems. All right, that one's easy. It's like, yeah, okay, sure. You want to retrain your brain, start brainwashing yourself so that your brain is clean and doesn't have all that negative bullshit that you are constantly thinking about. Second is that don't believe every negative thought that you have, because you know what? The ego is constantly chattering with incessant chatter. It's constantly going, and you need to be able to differentiate the difference between consciousness and unconsciousness, because right now in this moment, which is the only moment that you will truly ever have in your entire life, is the moment that you are present, you are now. So start to wake up to that and catch yourself going unconscious. Third is develop a positive explanatory style. So be able to hear people's negative things, pick up on it, and then flip it, put it into the positive. It'll boost it, trust me. Practice gratitude. Always be thankful for everything. Take good care of your body. Be healthy. Put good food in it. Stop eating all that genetically modified animals. Alright, take good care of your body and cultivate healthy relationships with people. Obviously, if you're fighting with your girlfriend or boyfriend all the time, it's not cool. It's not going to be good for your set point either. Then practice random acts of kindness. Of course, go and give someone a good back massage, give someone a hug. High fives are always nice. I'm sure you could always think of always tons of random acts of kindness. And then lastly, something that what actually inspired this video was an experience I just had where I've been working on a project for a really long time, and it's like there's a lot of tension against it, because it's like almost like a fear, right? Like there's this set point of how far I will go with this, but then all of a sudden, as I develop it more, I start to see it unfold, and I felt my set point hit, and I was like, whoa. I could feel it, like this anxiety almost, but it was invigorating. And so what I did was I walked into that presence of that experience. And when I started to do that, it was like I had it for a minute, and then I lost it, and then I walked back into it, and then I lost it, and then I walked into it, and I completely embraced the experience.